In honor of Columbia Pictures celebrating their 100th anniversary by re-releasing every live-action Spider-Man movie, I'm giving you my thoughts on every live-action Spider-Man movie. Today, I'm giving you my review on Spider-Man Homecoming. Hello everybody, my name is Jesse and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm giving you my thoughts on Spider-Man Homecoming, the first MCU Spider-Man movie and Tom Holland's first solo Spider-Man movie. I enjoy this movie quite a bit when I do rewatch it. I don't rewatch it that much. Tom Holland is certainly my least favorite Spider-Man of the three actors that have played Spider-Man in live action. But I do enjoy this movie. I think Tom Holland is a decent Spider-Man and Peter Parker. I think he plays the role of kind of that awkward teenager very well. I think he's a lot more convincing in that kind of role than Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield. So I really like him in that kind of role because he is younger. He's a lot more, I think he's able to play that role a lot better. I think he's a decent Peter Parker. I think he's pretty well balanced between Peter Parker and Spider-Man. I think he plays both parts pretty well, and I think he does a good job, even though he is my least favorite. Probably my favorite thing about this movie is Michael Keaton as the Vulture. I think he's a fantastic villain. I love Michael Keaton in the role, and Vulture might be one of my favorite Spider-Man villains in live action. You understand why he's doing what he's doing, and he's not necessarily, I mean, for the context of the movie, he is a villain, but he's not a villain in the same sense that Venom or Green Goblin is a villain. He's kind of doing it for his family. He's doing villainous things just to provide for his family. It's not really because he's a horrible person. And you understand the reasons for why he's doing what he's doing. I think they show that super well in this movie. I never really loved the side characters in this movie, especially Ned. I never super loved Ned as the side character. And Ned Leeds is a character from the comics, and I get that they were trying to do something different than Harry Osborn because they had already done two versions of Harry Osborn in these movies. But I definitely don't like Ned nearly as much as Harry. I think also my other big flaw with this film is that I think because this movie is in the MCU, I think it kind of relies on the MCU and its other characters a little bit too much. And I think this Peter Parker kind of relies on Iron Man a little bit too much in this movie, and from certain aspects, I like that they kind of made Iron Man a sort of mentor figure for Spider-Man in this movie, because Peter looked up to him ever since he was a kid. And I mean, we get to see more Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man. I'm not necessarily complaining about that. But I do think that it kind of relies on the MCU a little bit too much rather than making it a solid Spider-Man origin story. And speaking of origin stories, I think it was good that they didn't, even because we were already introduced to Spider-Man before this in the MCU and Captain America Civil War. It's good that they didn't even find it necessary to show Peter's origin again with the spider biting him and going through all of that. They mention it a few times, they reference the spider bite a few times, but they never do it. There's no need to spend the first 30 minutes of the movie redoing that origin story. So I do like that we can just get right into the Spider-Man action. Going back to what I said about Peter Parker relying on Iron Man too much, I do think that does set up a good lesson for Peter to learn throughout this movie of needing to kind of rely on himself sometimes, take that responsibility. With responsibility comes great power, that sort of thing. Even though it's never said in this movie, Peter does learn that lesson. and he has to learn how to become a Spider-Man that can take care of himself without relying on any fancy gadgets or any other superhero to come save his ass. So overall, I enjoyed this movie. It's not necessarily one of my favorite Spider-Man movies, but I do enjoy it quite a bit when I do rewatch it. What do you think of this movie? Let me know down in the comments below. Do you like Tom Holland as Spider-Man? Stay tuned because I have a lot more videos planned this week and in the coming weeks. And until my next video, like this one, subscribe to my channel, and keep watching movies. Goodbye.